Hello students, welcome to data processing class for SS3. I am Mr. Chukwuma. Today we are going to look at computer network. You have studied it before, just revision for your exam. Very soon, hoping that WAEC and NECO will commence. Revision on computer network. So by the end of this lesson, it's expected that you should be able to define computer network correctly. You'll be able to give at least 2 examples of computer network, mention 3 types of computer network, outline at least 4 benefits or advantages of computer network, state at least 2 disadvantages of computer network, list at least 3 devices needed to set up a computer network, and explain their functions. So these are some of the things I would want you to grab at the end of the lesson. Then let's start with the definition of computer network. Computer network, when we talk about computer network, one computer cannot form a network. Computers, to form network, you must have 2 or more computer systems. And for you to now say that these 2 or more computer systems are in a network or have formed a network, they must be interlinked. They must be interconnected in such a way that data or files can be sent or transferred from one computer system to the other. When you set up this kind of environment, you can now say that the computer systems are in a network. So let's look at this. Computer network is a set of computers connected to each other with cables and or other communication equipment in order to exchange data and share resources. So when we talk about computer network, the computer network can be connected, or the computers can be connected with cables. They can also be connected without cables. You can have wired connections and wireless connections. Okay. It can also be defined as an interconnection of 2 or more computers for the purpose of communication and exchange of data. So I want you to understand that computer network, the sole aim is to enable the computers in that network talk to each other. They communicate. There is a communication because there is a link among the computer systems in that network. Okay, let's look at examples of computer network. The examples of computer network. Internet is an example of computer network. You agree with me that Internet is a global network of computers. Computer networks in various places worldwide link together to form the Internet. Another another example is intranet. Intranet is a private network accessible only to an organization's staff. That means a private network owned by an organization which can be accessible to only the organization staff. For example, in Master's Vessel Classical Academy, we have computer network. We can decide to configure the network in such a way that only the teachers, only the staff of the school can have access to this network. Okay? So in such occasion, you call it intranet. Now there's another kind of example of computer network called extranet. Extranet is also a private computer network owned by an organization or an establishment, but the difference here is that it is accessible to the organization staff as well as its customers and some other persons that may have affiliation with that organization. Okay? For example, we may have a computer network in Master's Vessel Classical Academy accessible to the staff here and also to students and parents. We see to that. Okay? Let's look at types of computer network. Here we are considering types of network, computer network, according to the span, the scope of coverage, the distance they cover. Computer network here is considered based on the area they cover. So we look at personal area network, PAN. This is just a computer network organized around an individual. Maybe when you have your computer system connect with your phone or computer system with another system, just a small network organized around an individual is called personal area network. Another form of computer network is local area network. I said local area network, LAN. This is a small network constrained to a small geographical area. For example, a network that is constrained maybe in a room or in a building or just within a small environment. Such computer network is referred to as local area network. Then another type of computer network is the Metropolitan Area Network. I said Metropolitan Area Network. This is just a computer network that covers an area as wide as a city. For example, if a computer network covers entire Umuahia, you can say it's a Metropolitan Area Network. The Metropolitan Area Network is bigger than the local area network, but smaller than the wide area network. Now, wide area network is the next one. That is WAN, is a computer network that covers a wide geographical area. The geographical area here may be that it covers more than one state or a country or even the whole world. You can now say that such computer network is a wide area network. Now, there are some advantages of having computers in a network. If you decide to create a network, there is something you want to achieve, or there are some things you want to achieve. So what are the advantages of computer network, or the benefits of computer network? One of the benefits is file sharing. File sharing. Now, when computers are interlinked together, they will be able to transfer files or share files among them. Let me give you an example of what you do every day. Right now, you are in your homes. You may have your laptop or even your phone, your GSM phone, and somebody who also have another file in his laptop or in his or her phone. Maybe you have a music file that you love. You now ask the person to transfer it to you. That's a file. And for that to take effect, that means there must be a link. There must be a link between the two devices. A path through which these devices will transmit the data. So in that case, file sharing is an advantage in computer network. Computer networks offer a quick and easy way to share files directly. You don't need to put your flash drive, copy from this system, you take to the other one and now retrieve from there, or use your CD-ROM. No. With computer network, you can send files directly from one computer system to another. The second one is resource sharing. Now, all computers connected to the network can share computer resources such as the printer, scanner, camera, etc. Now, let me give you an instance. When you go to cyber cafes, you discover that the computers there are in a network. Sometimes, you may have a file that you want to print, and you call the attention of the managers there. They will ask you to send your file to the printer. Another user there who also want to print, the person will also send his or her file to the same printer. So the computer systems connected in that network, they share one printer. They share one scanner. They can as well share some other resources connected to the network. So resource sharing is an advantage of a computer network. The next one is centralization of information. Centralization of information. In a computer network, there is always a central computer that is known as server or file server, where information in that network can be centralized. Now, individual users in that network will have access to that information stored in the server. So several users can share information in a central computer called server across a network. If you are in computer A and your friend is in computer B, another one in computer C, and that, you discover that even though the file you want to share is in the server, from your own computer you can access that file. Your friend can as well access the same file because the information is what? Centralized. Okay? Let's look at another one is better communication. Better communication. Computer network helps in easy communication of information. When we talk about communication here, it could be through mails. When computers are in network, they can send electronic mails across to each other. For example, the internet. People communicate via the internet calls. So, computer network makes it easy for people to communicate. The next one is flexible access. Networks allow their users to access files from computers throughout the network. Now, let me explain. In a computer network, assuming I work with computer 1 and you're working in computer 10, if there is any need for you to access the file I am working on from your computer there, you can access that file because the computers are linked together. Or you can begin a work in computer A and finish it off in computer C. Since the computers are in a network, you don't need to stay in that one computer, assuming it's occupied, waiting for when it will be free. When you have other ones, you can have access to that computer through other computers because they are in a network. So flexible access is an advantage of computer network. The next is security of information. Security of information. Now, specific directories can be passworded to limit access to only authorized users through the file server. For example, if you are not one of the administrators in a computer network or in a business center, The file server can be passworded, or the control panel can be passworded, so that if you are not authorized to access that part of the computer system, from the server, that security measure will be implemented to restrict you from accessing that part of the computer. That is security of information. Then the next is cheap software cost and maintenance. Many popular software products are available for networks at a substantial savings compared to when you start buying software for each computer. So the moment that software is saved in the file server, every other computer system connected to the network will have access to the software. One of the advantages of computer network is that virus can spread very fast. The way information can be sent or data can be transferred directly, that is the same way virus or viruses can be transferred or spread in a computer network. Once a computer in a network has virus, it is very easy for that virus to spread among the computer systems connected in that network. So this is a disadvantage. The next is that computer network might be expensive to set up. By the time you start acquiring computers, acquiring other communication devices that should be in a network, it may cost a lot of money. So it's expensive to set up. The next is dependency on the file server. You know, the file server is the central computer that all other computer systems in that network are connected to. It provides services to the client's computers in that network. And when every computer in a network is dependent on the file server, there may be a problem. Assuming the server goes down, assuming there is a problem with the server, that means the entire computer network will collapse. So this is a disadvantage. The next is security issues. What I mean by security issues here, I mean that in a computer network, you know that these people we call hackers or some other unauthorized users, they try so many things to gain access into people's private files. So if computer systems are in a network, once a hacker gains access into one system, then accessing other computers there will be very, very simple. So it's a very big challenge. Now let's look at some of the devices that may be required as you want to set up a computer network. One of them is the network interface card, abbreviated as NIC, network interface card. This device formats, when we talk about formatting, we mean that it prepares and sends data, receives data, and controls data flow between the computer and the network. So the NIC tries to send data, it receives data, control the movement of data between the computer system and the network. Another one is transmission media. When we talk about transmission media here, we mean the channel through which data and information flow. So transmission media could be cables, that's wires. Could be wires. When you talk about wires or cables, you talk about the coaxial cable, you talk about the fiber optic cable, and all that. Now, it could also be wireless links, such as Bluetooth, radio wave, infrared, etc. All these are transmission media. They are channels through which data can be sent from one computer system to another. Then another device is the modem. modem, modulator, demodulator. This device connects one computer system through telephone lines. The work has two phases: modulator, demodulator. Okay, another one is the hub. It splits network connection into multiple computers. That's why in a computer network, the moment the network is there, the hub helps to split the network into the computer systems in that network, so that when information is sent, the hub will just disperse it. It will get across all the computers connected in that network. Then the next one is switch. Switch is just like the hub, but the difference here is that switch has more advanced technology. When hub is transmitting information, it will transmit to the network. Every computer will receive. But in the case of switch, the switch will use a device address, physical address of that device, to send data directly to the port where it's supposed to go, to the right destination. Okay? So assuming it's in port 1, when switch is sending, it will send it directly to port 1. But hub will just send the information to the entire network. Alright? Another one is the router. Router is used to share a single network connection to multiple computers. It's used to share a single network connection to multiple computers. It is used to connect a LAN with an internet connection. That means when you have a local area network, maybe in a computer lab, and you are trying to link that network in the computer lab to the internet, then the services of a router will be needed. There are some other ones. You have the bridge and some other ones that are not mentioned here. For the sake of the class, I would want to stop here. There are some questions I also want you to reflect on, to answer them. Remember, the exam will soon start. So keep yourself busy, answer these questions, and forward the answers to me so that I'll see how you have answered the question. Number 1, define the term computer network. 2, list 2 examples of computer network. 3, mention 3 types of computer network. 4, outline 4 benefits of computer network. 5, state 2 advantages of computer network. 6, list 3 network devices and explain any of them. When you are explaining, you talk about the functions of that particular device. Thank you. God bless you.